Okay, so I just had a whole rant, bitch, with Elon and his baby mama number one. Okay? I just found out that fucking Elon has. You remember how I came on talking about Elon had a whore on the side his whole time while he was married with two baby mamas, right? Two wives. And he had a whore the whole time in the background. Okay, so I just found out that this whore had a baby, bitch. So the baby's like 3 months, is what the first baby mama told me. So I didn't know that shit. So Elon kept talking about, oh, we're gonna be together, and I just this whore here, I just had this issue with this one that she won't leave me alone. And then I find out, I spoke about that shit too, where Elon has multiple versions of me, okay, out in other countries doing government work. Okay, that's one. Number two, they have one specific whore, which is me. Like, I'm 20 something. Okay, what is it, 26? 26. Okay, I'm 26 years old. He's feeding me the information, bitch. He wants this shit to come out. So I'm 26 years old and they use her as a prostitute. Okay, and every fucking elite at the top fuck her. Okay, and because they belong in covens and shit, they get her pregnant. They get her pregnant. They use IVF to get her pregnant. Every one politician gets her pregnant, and then they'll have her have or a miscarriage or an abortion, or they'll have her go full term, and then they'll sacrifice that baby to the devil for their blessings and shit. This is what they have that version of me for, specifically, bitch. That. And that came out of his fucking mouth. You know, he's over here. And he doesn't care anymore. He wants it to be known. So then I had found out before. I was like, okay, well, if you wanted to be with me, then you have to get rid of this whore, the one that was fucking up your marriages, right? Because I'm not about to marry you and then you go in the background still having this bitch over here on the side while you play me the way you played your fucking wives and shit, right? So then he's like, oh, well, no, I can't get rid of her, whatever. And I was like, well, why? And he's like, well, she's pregnant and I want her to keep that baby. Okay, so I'm assuming in my head it was this one, right? The one that is the one that he had to sacrifice that baby, right? And it wasn't. It was the one he was fucking on already. So he not only had her pregnant, but he has that other one because it's his turn to get the bitch pregnant in the background. So she's pregnant with his baby that's due like in July, is what he said. And then this other bitch just had a baby who's the baby's 3 months. And then he was telling me, oh, well, I'm sick and I have some heart conditions or whatever, and yeah, you did say that. And then he said, I'm gonna die soon. And then I was like, well, what the fuck? Then I had heard a reading to where the lady said, oh, someone's gonna pretend to be sick or is sick already, actually, for real. And he's gonna try to run off with this whore talking about, oh, that he's dead. But he actually ran off with my investments. And when I say my investments, is everything that this bitch created is mine. Bitch, I don't want to say I own the world, bitch, but technically the whole government has to do with this shit. The government itself, the war government, the army government, all of them, because they're using me as a prototype, the real one, to create like different versions of me, one in Paris, one in Egypt, one in blah, 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 in different fucking places, in order for where they'll come and harass and do shit to me to where I react. And then I'll do something spiritual to where it's like a bomb that goes off. And then it triggers something in that other me that is somewhere else, because they're going through the same shit show as I did, where they're trying to kill her, where they're using her, while they're stealing her money, while they're treating her like shit because of the bloodline. People might say, well, bloodline are you talking about? Apparently, I belong to a bloodline, and I'm not going to say because shit might just get worse, right? So, there's a bloodline that these people are feeding off of, and they use me as not a sacrificial lamb, as an scapegoat, as to where they can come, do whatever they want, and then think that they are being what's that called? Forgiven. It's like when you go to the priest, to go to the church, and you say, these are my sins, and now because I said them out loud, I'm forgiven. So fuck you, Elon. You didn't do shit. You had me, as always, use me as an scapegoat. But I mean, hey, I could care fucking less. You're still gonna get yours. So yeah. So this is what the fuck this bitch is doing. Then his baby mama all of a sudden is baby mama number one is all of a sudden in my energy field. So I'm having an argument with Elon here. Next thing you know, she's talking to me. She's like, who are you talking to? I said, well, it's apparently your baby daddy. So he's like, go ahead. So here I go and I tell her the whole motherfucking story, bitch, about him being a whole pedophile, him being in a cult, him fucking children and shit, him trying to say that he's sick and then run off with this whore with my investments that he created off of my back, off of Vanessa's back, off of my bloodline's back, and then run off with his whore that he cheated on his wives with. Nah. That's not going to happen like that, bitch. You need to go to jail. The real, almost 50-year-old Vanessa Hernandez, press charges on you. I want all my motherfucking money. All of it. So, like I said, not only I own my job facility, the whole building and shit, I own the people in it. I sue every fucking body involved in this fuck shit. And Elon and Mr. Tates here were the main characters of trying to maneuver closing down my path, using witches and warlocks in order to do so and get away with it. This is exactly what they did, using their political and all of their, rubbing elbows with this and that and whoever and so on and so forth. And that's how they got away with it for all these motherfucking years. So there's these specific clones are everywhere, right? In different parts of the world, in order to be used for the government. But for his pleasure and these elite pleasure, they have one. That's a whore. Okay, that's pregnant with Elon's baby right now. They were pregnant with Bill Gates's baby that he turned in. They were pregnant with whoever, everyone. And then they basically killed that baby as a sacrifice. And then he has another one who he created. That's a 20-year-old version of me. Okay. And he created another one of himself. That's a 20-year-old version of himself. So he was saying, when I die, I'm going to be uploaded to that 20-year-old version of me. And you will be uploaded to the 20-year-old version of you. And I said, why? And then he said, well, because basically what he wants to do is delete or erase. You know how back in history, the Egyptians used to rule and then they conquered certain things. And then here come another motherfucker and try to erase them. This is exactly what fucking Elon wanted to do with my life. And you're not going to do that shit. I'm not going to fucking let you. I went through all this shit for a fucking reason and I want it to be known. So fuck you and trying to erase my past, bitch. I want every fucking detail to be known. So he's like, I just want to get rid of your past. The people in my past, every fucking one of them. What he did or the government decided to do was to bring everybody in and bamboozle them and offer money and offer status and offer a come up basically in order to come and attack me. And they did so. So now it's kind of like, and now they're attacking them. So the tables switched. So at the end of the day, they're taking themselves out. They put themselves in the eye of the fucking tornado here. So now there's no way out. There's no way out. So everybody, or they die or they go to jail because they fucked with God's child, bitch. And not just me. They've done this shit to other people. The 144 is the one who these bitches target the most. What is the 144? For the ones who don't know, apparently the baby mamas are like, they blinded them just like they blinded me for years, bitch. I was asleep for years because that's how they wanted it to be. So I wouldn't notice. And then they wanted to kill me before I woke up so I wouldn't do this shit right here. So the 144 are God's chosen family, God's chosen angels, let's say, right? That are here to wake up the world, right? By speaking on things, the injustices that are going on, and basically saying that love is the answer. It's not fucking other people. It's not using your trauma as a tool to say I'm powerful because I was raped and now I can rape. No. That's not it. That's not it. It's you walking through the fire saying I was raped and now I'm not going to let anybody in my family, or you know what I mean? Like learning from the experience and not continuing the shit show like these stupid motherfuckers here. Because Masons, that's exactly what they do. And I'm going to go ahead and start another video because this is going to be too fucking long. I already said this shit, but people don't pay attention. What they do is they'll find their target. They'll harass and stalk them, or they'll love bomb them. They'll go ahead and do these fake fake relationship scams, talking about you're my long lost so-and-so from back in when we Egyptian days and so-and-so, and we're supposed to be together and blah, blah, blah. It's a fucking lie. It's a fucking lie in order for them. And if that's the case that they say that shit, is because you have something that they want. And then they'll bamboozle you. Then they'll fuck you to death, basically. They'll put you to sleep and steal your gifts. Because that's what they try to do to me. And God wouldn't let it. Because they've done this shit to other people to where, I don't want to say, I guess maybe it was in time because they were gifted as well. But they were able to kill them spiritually, physically, emotionally, financially, everything. They tried that shit to me, the whole thing, but I'm still alive. I'm still here. And the people that they've done this shit to, that are artists, they've done this shit to their same people, bitch. They killed their own people because they sell their soul. Then they'll go ahead and clone them, and then they'll snatch their soul, the original soul, and put it into a clone. And this is what Elon here does with all his fucking people at the top. I'm all spewing and shit. This is what they're doing. It's like a Twilight Zone, and people don't believe that shit. Do your research. There's videos. Everything that I speak, I put videos on of them themselves speaking on it. So I ain't lying about shit. So this motherfucker's like, yeah, everything is yours. I ain't gonna run off with shit. But the contract to receive that would be for you to basically sign the rights to my soul and put my soul into that 20-year-old whatever. Nah, I'm not gonna do that shit. I'm not gonna do that. Fuck you. You sold your soul, that's you. You're stuck in a thing. Just like these 20-year-old me that are out here, I want them gone. I want them executed. Because they're here suffering. People might say, well, they're human and they're a piece of you. I don't give a flying fuck. You did that shit illegally. And yet you wanted to steal my life and give it to a whore that everybody's fucking on and having children and manifesting shit off of? You fucking devil worshipping ass motherfuckers? No, I do not agree. And I'm not. And all of these people, the reason why I came, I wasn't going to come on, but they're like, you need to come on because it's you. You're the main person that they're doing this shit to, right? They're doing it to other people, but because he's all up in my face and stealing from me and trying to fucking kill me and siphon off of me every day. No. It's not going to go down the way you thought it was. You could go ahead and run off with your whore if you want, pretend that you're dead, because that's what they said that he was going to do. Pretend that he had a heart attack and then run off with the bitch with my investments. And no, I own all of you. I own the government. I own the banks. I sue everybody, the whole motherfucking world that was attached to all of you. All of you. And mind you, I am across the world because of you. I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere. A piece of me. So technically, this world belongs to me. And if that's what we were supposed to do to wake people up, supposedly that's what I was for. Okay? Bitch, in my head, I'm like, you know what? I'm processing it. Okay, I agree if that's what they did. Mind you, they did it without my approval. Right? The government did. So I sue you because of that right there. So then I was like, okay. But then they got into the other part, the darker part, to where they had that whore sucking dick for money, because they were basically, that's how she lives her life. Making money like that. And then they use her and get her pregnant and shit for sacrifices and shit. Nah. And then his 20-year-old version that's waiting. It's kind of like he was saying that was basically our grave, like we're gonna be just put into that, and then erase, like you won't remember anything that happened to you at all whatsoever. You're just gonna remember that it's just us. And you think that you're going to erase everything that I've been through right now? Nah. So, I want my money, bitch. I want my money. And I'm getting the approval by him in the background. Talk about, go ahead and tell everybody. I want this shit show to end already. Because he wants to run off with his little whore. I could care less. Bitch, his baby mama's on the other side. Like, she don't give a fuck either. She's talking about she's going to make bank off of this bitch over here. So, I don't give a fuck. I was told a long time ago, they said, if you don't do shit, someone else will. But, I mean, it's basically my money, bitch, because he created multiple versions of me without my approval. That's, he stole everything about me. My bloodline, my gifts, him trying to commit murder for hire, murder for everything, bamboozling other people, getting them to help him. Bitch. This is exactly what he did to get away with all of this shit show. So, fuck you, Elon.